Okay, this is the second part of Army Men of War games. In this second part, I'm going to be going over the rules of how to play and the different stats for all the different units. Things you're going to need to play Army Men of War game is you're going to need D6 dice per player, some counters or pennies, and some little slips of paper for keeping track of your hit points and the damage of each of your individual units. So, to play Army Men, if you know how to play Risk or any of the other kind of war games, it'll be pretty simple and basic. Each unit has 6 different statuses, like movement, range, attack, defense, damage, and health. So each unit also has 6 bonus points that you can add to those 6 statuses to change the different dynamics of how each unit interacts with each other. All the units are going to be worth the same amount, so an infantryman is going to be worth the same amount of build points as a machine gunner or a mortar guy. And it's because they all have the same amount of points, just distributed differently. So on each turn, each player plays all of their units at once, and each unit can do 1 movement action, 1 attack action, or no actions, or any combination in between. Like you can move and attack and move, or not do anything, or anything like that. So when you attack and you defend, all your rolls, a natural 1, if you roll a natural 1, that's always misses. A natural 6 always hits, which is like a critical, unless the defender defends with a natural 6, in which all ties the defender always wins. So that's pretty it. Cover, if you're in defense or you're behind cover, that'll give you +1 to your defense. So now I'm going to go over the individual units. Before the beginning of the game, you're going to need to set the battlefield conditions. And what that is you're going to be setting what the range is of all the weapons and what the health points are for all of your units. That way, each battle is going to be slightly different. If you have a really high range on this battle, it's going to spread it out a lot more than if you have a low range. And if you have low health points, this battle is going to go a lot faster than if you had high health points. Like the reason why that is like if you're fighting at night, your range is going to be shorter. So if you're like running on a range of 2, that would be simulating like a night fight, and on a 6, that would be like an open field, open plains. So I would roll a die. So I got 6 on the range, so that's the longest range possible. And depending on which guy you're going to use, their bonuses are going to help or hurt how far they can shoot. And then I'll roll again, and I got a 3 for health points. So that's kind of middle of the road. So to set up this particular game, we're going to have a range of 6 and starting off with health points of 3. So now let's move on to the